Hello SICW fans, welcome to Wrestling Explosion. I'm Drew Abbenhouse, here with Mr. Herb Simmons. We have a great episode for you today, and we've got a little bit to talk about. First of all, this Saturday, of course, March 26th, we're back in the East Carondelet Community Center, but the time is getting shorter, the days are getting closer. April 15 and April 16, huge weekend for SICW. What do we have in store just right around the corner, sir?
Well, like we've talked about, Drew, the April 15th and 16th is going to be the weekend of the year. We're going to start off here in East Carondelet at April the 15th on a Friday night, and that's important. The first Friday night SICW is done. Larry Matisek and I said, let's go back and do a classic Friday night like Kiel Auditorium used to be. So we'll be here Friday night, April the 15th, and of course the very next night, April 16th.
I'm excited.
Big show, Cape Girardeau, Missouri. We're going to be there in the arena that the Poffos and Randy Savage, all of those guys made famous for a decade.
Yes, sir.
In Cape Girardeau, and that's all tied in with the big Comic Con.
Absolutely.
Our good friend Ken Murphy, the local man down there. This is several years that he does the Comic Con. He contacted us and said, hey, and tell him who's going to be there on April the 16th and 15th here.
Absolutely right. Well, first of all, SICW welcomes the hardcore man, and much more than hardcore, former NWA heavyweight champion, the one and only Terry Funk, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And of course, our own Cowboy Bob Orton will be right there in the house, and I believe this will be the first time we'll see Cowboy Bob since he recently removed his mask and revealed himself to, I think, be Red River Jack. So it'll be a mystery. See what happens with Cowboy Bob, and of course, our former champion, the Tokyo Monster, the world-traveled Kahagas, will be there, plus many others as we get a little closer. We have many other people to sign still.
Yeah, Ron Powers is going to be there. They tell me Travis Cook's even going to show up in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. So that's going to be the weekend of the weekends. April 15th and 16th, mark those dates down because it's going to be an all-star card.
Well, speaking of an all-star card, on today's Wrestling Explosion, the one and only Night Train Gary Jackson goes one-on-one with the volatile Curtis Wilde. And of course, Wildfire is never far behind. So folks, let's get to the action after a quick word from our sponsors.
The old season is over. The new season is coming. The Gateway Grizzlies are building for a spectacular campaign. The talent will be strong, hard-hitting, solid defense, reliable pitching. Plus, as always, the Grizzlies will have a schedule of superb promotions. It will be fun for the entire family at the right price. The Grizzlies were named the Frontier League Organization of the Year. The home for all this baseball excitement is the remarkable GCS Ballpark. Make plans now to enjoy baseball the way it should be in 2015. For more information and updates, go to gatewaygrizzlies.com.
Unique and affordable gifts and collectibles on the internet are available at the Black Bear Haversack Trading Post. Go to blackbearhaversack.com. Semi-precious stones, bone horn and soapstone items, abalone shells, genuine coyote and water buffalo teeth pendants, products for Civil War, medieval, and Renaissance reenactments, and so much more. For a 10% discount, mention SICW number 7 when you place your order. It's blackbearhaversack.com for top quality at reduced prices.
If you and your friends are looking for a great time, visit Stoney's Sports Pub at 3001 West Main in Belleville, Illinois. Gather your friends for some of the coldest beers and specials and join some of the best sports talk around. Don't forget to say hello to Shane Freeman and his very friendly staff. If you're looking for a great place to kick back and relax, it's Stoney's Sports Pub at 3001 West Main in Belleville, Illinois. Again, that address is Stoney's Sports Pub at 3001 West Main in Belleville, Illinois. We'll see you there.
Okay, wrestling fans, here we go. Action underway. The Night Train Gary Jackson and volatile Curtis Wilde. And of course, this past January, each of these men were on opposite sides of a six-man tag team match, each causing the other to be eliminated. Gary Jackson eliminated because Wildfire actually tripped him up, which allowed Curtis Wilde to get that pinfall victory over Curtis Jackson in the six-man tag in January. And then Gary Jackson chasing Wildfire around the ring allowed Ken Casa to capitalize on the distracted Curtis Wilde to pin him in that six-man tag. So each of these men had a bit of a score to settle, and that's why we see them one-on-one here today. And so far, this has been a pretty evenly fought contest. Each man gaining the advantage. Oh, here you go. You saw Curtis call Wildfire over to that side of the ring, and he's masterfully manipulating the officials here. Jay King, unfortunately, with his back turned, while Wildfire did a bit of Curtis Wild's dirty work. There's Gary Jackson fighting back, no matter what odds he's against. Oh my goodness, look at that twisting, jumping kick known as Hurricane Wild. Holy cow. Curtis Wild and taking a moment to revel in his momentary advantage here. I think Gary Jackson seeing birdies flying above his head. Curtis Wild staying on him with that knee drop right to the forehead, but choosing to gloat rather than go for a pinfall here. I think that may prove to be a mistake. Anytime you have someone like Gary Jackson down and stunned, like he is now following that leg drop, he hasn't gone for one pinfall. Curtis Wild, I think, is here just looking to rub it in, and who knows what his motivations are. Him and Wildfire, ever since they arrived here in SICW, these two, I believe they think they're above everything inside these walls, and oh, look at the strength of Curtis Wild. Finally going for a pinfall, but Gary Jackson kicking out at 2. You know, Curtis chose to just shove his forearms right into the face of Gary Jackson in that pinfall rather than hook a leg. I don't know if he's taking this seriously enough. Gary Jackson is never down for the count. Oop. Although, that's not going to do him any good there. You see Wildfire encouraging her man. Stay on him, baby, she says. Oh, and stay on him is what he does. Just ramming Gary right into the middle turnbuckle. And capitalizing on this advantage. Oh, that's just disrespectful. Jay King getting him off of there. You know, these two have made it very clear ever since they arrived here. They really pay no mind. They don't care about the rules here in SICW. And even every time you threaten them with a fine, they say, we've got so much money, your fines won't affect us. Gary Jackson, the never say die attitude, there with ramming Curtis Wild's jaw right into his head with that jawbreaker, but only for a 2. I think he knocked Curtis a little loopy there. He saw Wildfire fanning herself off. I think her and Curtis Wild feeling the fire, the heat known as the Night Train Gary Jackson, although Curtis Wild able to get out of the way of that elbow drop. Now fans, of course, SICW back inside the East Carondelet Community Center, March the 26th, and then back again on a special Friday show, April the 15th, because that's Saturday, April the 16th, SICW is going to be heading south on 55. Whoop, there's Curtis Wild heading south right into the mat, face first. But we're heading down to Cape Girardeau, because we're proud to be part of the Cape Comic-Con. And folks, you can visit cape-con.com for all the information and for tickets on that great event. And then April the 30th, SICW in Millstadt, Illinois at the St. James Parish Center. Returning there for the second time, SICW proud to assist all of the great communities here in our area. There's Gary Jackson going for the pinfall. Oh, you saw the amateur pugilistic skills of the Night Train on display there as he was lighting Curtis Wild up with his fists. Staying right on him. Elbow right to the face. Followed up with a drop kick by the Night Train. Whips him into those ropes, but a nice reversal by Curtis Wild. And a reversal by Gary Jackson, scouting out whatever Curtis had planned, hitting that swinging neck breaker. And there we saw. I mentioned these two have no qualms with bending. Oh, forget bending. That's outright breaking the rules with that powder, or whatever that was, right into the eyes of Gary Jackson. And SICW official Jay King also getting a little bit of that powder right in his face. And Curtis Wild, nailing Gary Jackson with the wild ride right in the center of the ring. And there he is going for the pinfall. But I don't think that's going to happen. Jay King, he can't even see right now. There you saw a fan just grabbing that purse from Wildfire. These Carondelet fans, they know what she's up to. Curtis Wild trying to get Jay King over. He's talking about a 3 count. Yeah, Jay King signaling for the bell. There's Wildfire just blatantly kicking Gary Jackson. Yeah, pardon. Oh, Curtis Wild, what is he doing? That's not gonna work, ladies and gentlemen. The powder to the face was one thing, but I don't think the powder in the eyes of Jay King was on purpose. I think he was an innocent bystander in the crossfire that was meant for Gary Jackson. But you saw Curtis Wild nailing referee Jay King with the wild ride right in the center of the ring. You can't blatantly attack officials. That's not going to work. These two showing no remorse. In fact, looking awful proud for their work here. Gary Jackson and Jay King both laid out here in the center of the ring. And Curtis Wild and Wildfire with their arms raised. Yeah, referee Terry Riley, he's trying to get Curtis out of here. But Curtis, we saw him cock that fist at Terry Riley. And now we see Curtis has no issues attacking referees. He looks awful proud of himself.
Disqualification is the Night Train, Gary Jackson.
There you heard it, folks. The official announcement. Gary Jackson, the winner of this contest via disqualification. Although not looking like much of a winner at the moment. Well, we know this one isn't going to be over. We tried to get a one-on-one contest to solve the issues between these two. I think we only created more issues. Jay King just coming to. Jay King not only blinded. Oh. Let's hear what Curtis Wild has to say about this.
See, the fact of the matter is that I shut up. Shut your mouth. You let Mr. Great One talk. I'm the Lion of the Lou. And Gary Jackson, you just got introduced to a new kind of carnivore. And all of you just stepped on through to the wild side. Gary Jackson, your rules and SICW's rules are just like you. Made to be broken.
Well, fans, neither the rules of SICW nor Gary Jackson are made to be broken.
Mr. Jackson, congratulations on your victory. Oh, I can't imagine that's how you wanted to get this thing done. I can't imagine this is over with, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, this just got started. Curtis Wild and Missy, you right. Rules are made to be broken. Now, if you want to take a trip with me, you talking about taking a ride on the wild side? Well, get on this train, because we headed down the track to hell, because that's where I'm going to take you. You don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spin in the wind, and you don't pull a mask off the old Lone Ranger, and your damn show don't mess with Night Train, Gary Jackson. Because at the I don't care how much powder you throw in my face. I don't care how many times you hit me with a chair. I don't care, because at the end of the day, when I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn. That's right. Curtis Wild and Missy, you Jezebel, come March 26th, come April, come June, July, whenever Herb Simmons signs this deal, it's gonna be on like a pot of neck bones, and the peas in the pot will be jumping if the water wasn't hot. So Herb Simmons, make it happen. I took care of Ali. A couple months ago, I ran Attila out of town. So let me tell you something, Curtis Wild and Jezebel Missy, you just another stepping stone for me to kick down this street.
Cape Comic Con and SICW present Wrestling at the Arena. Live April 16, 2016 at the Cape Comic Con. Tickets start at $5. Don't miss your chance to see former world champion Terry Funk, Cowboy Bob Orton, Tokyo Monster Kahagas, and all of your favorite SICW stars. For more information, visit cape-con.com.
SICW returns to the East Carondelet Community Center Saturday night, March the 26th. Our main event, the Classic Wrestling Championship, will be on the line as current champion Flash Flanagan goes one-on-one with former champion, the Iron Man, Ken Casa. Again, that's Saturday night, March the 26th in the East Carondelet Community Center. For tickets, call 618-286-4848.
Let Custom Truck Upholstery give your vehicle a facelift. Visit us on 707 North 20th Street in East St. Louis, Illinois. Custom Truck Upholstery merges old-world craftsmanship and attention to detail with the latest in modern technology to make your car, truck, boat, or motorcycle look like new. Call Custom Truck Upholstery at 618-875-9850.
Ladies and gentlemen, here with the Iron Man, Ken Casa. Mr. Casa, if anyone ever had any doubts about your knee or if you were going to return to top form with your return here to SICW, you have quelled those questions, sir. Been on a roll these last few months, and here we are, March the 26th. You have been rewarded. It is you one-on-one, your first one-on-one contest with a man you've never faced, our champion, Flash Flanagan. But not only is Flash Flanagan in the picture, but your old friend Travis Cook. I talked to him a little earlier this month, and he said that he might just have to grab a six-pack and some popcorn and be ringside for your title match. Of course, Travis Cook always referred to the Classic Wrestling Championship as his title. So you have not maybe one opponent, but you might have two opponents next month. What do you think, sir?
Well, here's the thing about Travis. I've learned how to make him really angry. See, what you do is...
It's fun, isn't it?
It is fun. You take his mother, Dorothy Cook, out to a nice seafood dinner, and then you never call her again. And all of a sudden, he gets all butthurt over it. Well, let me tell you what, while we're on the subject, Dorothy, honey, quit calling me. It's not going to happen, all right?
What can you say? We just passed this recent Valentine's Day. Everybody needs a Valentine, and I guess Mrs. Cook chose the Iron Man.
I'm a very charitable man. I do what I can.
Fair enough. So, but we said Flash Flanagan. This is someone, now you're among the more experienced competitors here in SICW, but this is someone who has the experience edge on you, and no offense, he's maybe a little meaner and just a little bit willing to go to places that I'm not sure that you're willing to go. What do you think about that?
You can take everything you just said and think of this. I pinned you last month. Because what we've got here is the guy who was the longest reigning champion in this company's history, 405 days. And then we've got Flash Flanagan, a guy who's been beaten for the championship more than anybody else. When we face off, everybody should remember, you have the former ex-champion who's almost unbeatable against the guy who's the most beatable current champion. And how do you think that's going to play out? Drew, how do you think that's going to play out?
Well, I know I like your odds. Flash Flanagan has had a tough schedule. Not, of course, that you haven't. But, again, I hate to bring it back to that perennial thorn in your side, Travis Cook. It's not just a one-on-one contest. I have no doubts about your capabilities in just let's say it was a one-on-one physical chess match. But I'm not sure that those are the odds that you're facing.
Here's the thing. Travis, you come to the show. Flash, you come, you bring your A game. And Mr. Cameraman, you zoom in real close because I want everybody to see in my eyes how serious I am. Flash, for you to beat me, you're going to have to kill me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the longest reigning champion faces the only 3-time champion in SICW history. March the 26th, East Carondelet Community Center. Be here.
Belleville Mechanical Incorporated is the place to go for commercial and industrial heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigerating work. Their Union Sheet Metal shop is the most modern, well-equipped in southwestern Illinois. Their work on the SIUE Engineering Building won Belleville Mechanical the Madigan Special Merit Award for new construction. Call 233-0081 for information. Belleville Mechanical will fabricate ductwork and custom fittings to your specifications. The highest union quality, superb workmanship, state-of-the-art equipment. Contact Belleville Mechanical.
SICW is pleased to welcome as a new sponsor Warma Witter Chrysler & Associates, Inc., independent insurance agent specializing in public entity insurance. For all your insurance needs, contact Bradley J. Chrysler at 618-632-7555, extension 806. That's 618-632-7555. When it comes to customer service for your insurance coverage, let Warma Witter Chrysler & Associates assist you.
Folks, here we go. This matchup underway. You see Britton Tucker with the advantage at the moment, dropping that elbow right into the chest of Jason Chaos, only for a 2 count. Of course, never missing a chance to flaunt, to show off, to taunt this East Carondelet crowd is Britton Tucker. You saw him do a little bit of fancy footwork before dropping that elbow. There's dropping another elbow right into the top of the skull of Jason Chaos. This is Jason Chaos's first appearance here in SICW. This is his debut, meeting another man who's only been here for a few months. But it's been a rather impressive few months from Britton Tucker. But only getting a 2 count there. You saw him showing a bit of frustration. And again, I mentioned him never missing an opportunity to show off. You see him getting in a push-up in between his offensive maneuvers. There you go, just brutal headbutts. But here's Jason Chaos. That's how he responds to a headbutt. Just a clubbing blow. But Britton Tucker staying one step ahead, able to cut him off with that hip toss. Only for a 2. And folks, from the attack that we just saw from Curtis Wild onto the referee, and this match actually occurred a bit prior to the contest we just watched. That's why we see Jay King here. This was before the actions of Wildfire and Curtis Wild that we just saw. But because of their actions, attacking an official outright, blatantly, Curtis Wild and Wildfire were both suspended by Herb Simmons. Oh, and look at that. That's a beautiful fall-away slam by Jason Chaos. Going for a 3. Britton Tucker kicking out. What an impression that'd make Jason Chaos here, getting a pinfall over someone like Britton Tucker in his debut. But as I was saying, folks, Herb Simmons has suspended Curtis Wild and Wildfire for our upcoming show, March the 26th. Although Curtis Wild and Wildfire have contacted Herb and they have said they plan to be here. So even though they are officially suspended, they say that they will be in the building to have an answer for what happened. So folks, this isn't going to be over. Oh, look at that. Jason Chaos showing off some really nice striking abilities here with that kick right to the chest of Britton Tucker. Britton looks like he is out. If Jason Chaos can make his way over and go for the pinfall, I think he's going to get this one. Oh, and Britton Tucker getting his right shoulder up at the very last second. This is a nice match between two evenly matched competitors here. Both men about similar heights. And oh, Britton Tucker grabbing the nose of Jason Chaos. Attacking the nose. That was a rather unconventional attack, but very efficient. Oh, and there he is with the snake eyes of sorts, dropping Jason Chaos right into the corner turnbuckle, following up with that beautiful T-bone suplex. Pulling him to the middle of the ring. And Britton Tucker picking up the victory here today.
Farm music and fun. The place to party is Pop's nightclub and concert venue in Sauget. From Bruno Mars of the first U.S. tour of Nickelback to Flogging Molly or the Insane Clown Posse, 30 years of memories pack Pop's concert venue with more made at every new show. And there's a party at Pop's nightclub every night, a melting pot of friends enjoy the best in dance, rock, pop, and top 40 music until 5:30 a.m. Plus add a full game room. Check out all the action at popsrocks.com. Then and now, the place to party is Pop's in Sauget.
From the World Series champion Tigers in '45 to the Gateway Grizzlies to the '03 State Tournament Belleville East Lancers. A tradition in baseball and an even longer tradition in fine furniture and service. Miller Furniture, 1004 East Main in Belleville.
Folks, although the Wilds have been officially suspended because of their actions here today, they have vowed to be in the East Carondelet Community Center when we return on March 26th. And we heard from the Iron Man Ken Casa as he prepares to go into battle and reclaim the Classic Wrestling Championship from our current champion, Flash Flanagan. Folks, as always, visit us on SICW.org, and we'll see you next week right here on Charter Cable.
Hey!